Hi, once again, my name is Tony Kawal. I'm with Hawaii Energy. First off, who has heard of Hawaii Energy? Show of hands. Raise them high. Okay, so about half the room, which makes sense. I see that very often when we go to groups. Hawaii Energy is not the utility. Okay, we are run through the state Public Utilities Commission. So people often get us confused with HECO, and we work with HECO, but a number of years back, 2009, HECO did run the energy efficiency programs for their jurisdiction, and then the PUC decided to separate that out and then form a new program. And what was born is called Hawaii Energy. So we are your state's, except for Kauai, energy efficiency program. So we are here to serve you, the ratepayer. So what is our mission? So we're here to empower island families and businesses to make smart energy choices. So what does that mean? What does that look like? So a lot of you, and I'll get into this a little later, but you probably see us in retailers. You see us if you're looking to get a new refrigerator. Maybe you're getting a new air conditioner. So we incentivize residents and businesses to purchase highly energy efficient products, appliances in most cases. In businesses, maybe big units like chillers, that sort of thing, pumps, VFDs, if you guys have ever heard of those. All right, so like Scott had said previously, we are very aggressive, and Hawaii is the only state to do this, to have the 100% clean energy goal by 2045. And at Hawaii Energy, we're here to kind of fast track that. And so kind of like what I said before, the cheapest source of energy is the energy that you don't have to use in the first place. So we want you to become as energy efficient as possible. And then by all means, go forward and get your renewable energy if you're looking for photovoltaics, for solar panels. It is something where we feel passionately about making you reduce your use first prior to going to these other potentially costlier efforts. A little bit about kind of the energy report card that was provided by the Blue Planet Foundation, which is a local nonprofit here. So overall, Hawaii's got, at least for now, a B-. In transportation, we're not doing as hot, although a lot of what you see with a lot of the counties and the counties' fleets on all the islands have committed to 100% clean energy in transportation by the same date, 2045. And that means the county fleets are going to be electrified. So they'll be using clean energy sources. Of course, I like to tout, we have at least an A- here in Hawaii for energy efficiency. So we're doing pretty well there, but we can always do better. Okay, so really, I'm in our market transformation, and I'm a market transformation manager. And what that means is I'm here to convince you to be energy efficient. Okay, so if you look at a bell curve on energy efficiency or in anything technology-wise, you'll see at the beginning of the curve, you've got the innovators and the disruptors, and then you start ramping up. And so during that early phase, people are curious about the technology. And then you kind of go up and up on the hump, then you get more comfortable with it. And then as you get more comfortable with it, the market has been transformed, and then it becomes ubiquitous, and the costs go down a lot more. So we are at kind of that rise into that top hump of the bell, where we will incentivize you to actually go to that energy efficient product so that you become comfortable with it, and then on the downslope of that curve is when you're cozy with it and you're all good to go. Actually, I'm going to do this last. This is actually it is another game, but it's something we'll do at the very end. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is look at that light blue brochure that you have. So these are our rebates that we have, and we've got everything from LED light bulbs to heat bumps, to window AC, to mini splits, central ACs, solar water heaters. And I'm going to go through actually these practical solutions, rebates that we have to offer residents. And these rebates are for everybody. Okay, so the refrigerator trade-up. Who has actually participated in that one? Anybody here? Okay, good. All right, so you're in the market for a new refrigerator? Get an Energy Star one. We'll give you $150 for that, okay? Now, and we'll also pick up, or the retailer will pick up the old one and then recycle it. The complementary one to that is actually if you have a second refrigerator, that's maybe in your carport, out on your lanai, you're not really using it, we will actually pay you here on Oahu $50 for it. And we'll have the recycler come for free to pick it up. So there's a double benefit there. One, obviously, is we give you money for it, and two, the recycler will come to your door, pick it up. And the reason that we want these refrigerators away and out and recycled is they are typically very inefficient. What a lot of people do, they'll buy a new refrigerator and they'll say, oh, hey, I like that old refrigerator and I'm just going to put it out there for my beer, for my other food, and it's usually very inefficient. It's a lot of times out in the sun. Maybe the gaskets around it have been failing and it's just leaking air. And so it's really a burden for the grid to have that second refrigerator. So that's why we want it out off the grid completely. So when the recycler comes and gets it, the refrigerant is recycled, all the metal is recycled to scrap metal. Any plastics there are also recycled. So it's a great program. Other things, we've got the pool pumps, we've got the online marketplace, which I talked about. So there are a lot of things that you can buy online, and we often do promos. So if you ever get emails from us or bill inserts, we often say, hey, you can buy a 10-pack of LED bulbs for $10, right? So we also do lighting incentives, and then everybody's favorite is the home energy report, which it is not everybody's favorite. Do you guys recognize this at all? And our call center, so I sit kind of near where our call center team is, and a lot of people negatively call about their home energy report. The home energy report is really a behavior tool for us. It's really a shaming tool, okay? So if you're good, you've got a smiley face. If you're not so great, kind of a little bit of a frowny face. And it's just to highlight kind of your energy usage in general. And if there are things that you can do, if you do have that kind of frowny face, look on our website, hawaiienergy.com, see what you can do. Because there are simple things like changing out your light bulbs that are very cost effective. And there are a lot of other things there that you can look at, any tips and tricks. So that is the home energy report. All right. Let me real quickly before, are we going to, we can go to Joy after this. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Let me real quickly go back. We won't actually play the game right now unless you want to. On your phone, and it actually looks really nice on your phone, go to efficiencyunlocked.org. So from now, actually is March until June 30th, we have a contest for 2 stand-up paddleboards. And all we want you to do is go play this fun little game. If you go to efficiencyunlocked.org, it'll kind of show you, it'll kind of tell you exactly what to do. There are multiple levels that you can play, and what it is you're going through a room of a house and just looking at little tips and tricks that you can do in your house that are cheap or completely free. And at the end of it, it'll ask you to kind of put your name and email, and then you'll hit submit, and then you'll be entered into the contest. Now, keep in mind this contest is it's only for Hawaii residents, so and 2, it's only for people who know about it. Okay, so the odds are really great for you to win. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a contest that is, that the odds are this good. Realistically, there are probably going to be a couple thousand people by the time it ends June 30th. So please go through it and have fun with it. There are a couple little Easter eggs in there, meaning little things that aren't necessarily energy efficient that you can click on as well. But at that, I will turn it back over to Joy.
Efficiency and conservation. And I just wanted to loop back into the historic home concept just for like a couple seconds. So there are Energy Star appliances that are made to go into historic homes. This is a SMEG, and this is a GE Artistry series. So if you want to keep your kitchens period appropriate, you're interested in how it looks, you definitely have the options to do that and stay Energy Star efficient. The same with LED fixtures. Any good light fixture manufacturer these days will make fixtures that are period appropriate to your home or to your building that are designed for LED bulbs. These are all rejuvenation, but a lot of different companies will do it. And if in case you already have a historic light fixture and you want to retrofit it with an LED bulb, these are amazing reproductions of Edison bulbs that are now LED. These aren't cheap, these aren't the dollar ones, but they look really handsome in things like wall sconces and chandeliers and stuff like that. And also high efficiency plumbing. Since 1994, all of our toilets have been high efficiency, and probably the toilet that you have in your house has been replaced. But again, if you want to stay period appropriate and think about the character defining features of your historic house, you can go anywhere from like the traditional toilet on the right, which is a Kohler toilet you can get at Lowe's, very traditional, to this crazy steampunk, turn of the century flush thing, and both of them are very efficient. So you can go crazy with your toilet. Same thing, this isn't my slide, but I guess it says basically the same thing. You can get not low flow, what are we calling it?
Yeah,
high efficiency, sorry, out of the sink top fixtures as well. And they can still look quite beautiful.
So real quick, these are Hawaii Energy rebates. And so these are a little bit higher value ones, meaning the cost. So if you have a solar water heater, or if you want to install one, we'll give you an incentive of $500 per system. Keep in mind that a solar water heater does cost money. It is anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 depending on the setup of your house. So we incentivize using a $500 rebate. If you have another one with the solar water heater is the solar tune-up. So those need to be maintained, and every 3 to 5 years get a tune-up. So what they'll do is they'll go in there, they'll flush it, they'll replace the anode rod, they'll do maintenance, they'll make sure that the pipe wrapping is okay, that everything, all the sealing around there is good as well, and just to make sure that the solar water heater is working optimally. Another couple things there are, if you have a mini split or central air conditioner, that AC tune-up is a great offering, and that's $75 off a tune-up. And so that can be done once every year if you want to do that. So benefit of there is you're cleaning your filters, your fan coils. The non-energy benefits are indoor air quality is also better by doing that. So those are kind of the highlights on some of the things we have. And then once again, you can go to hawaiienergy.com and then look up all our rebate offerings.
Okay, so back to the historic home thing and the character defining feature conversation. We hear a lot of things like, can I put solar panels on my historic house? And what we have to go back and think about is what makes your house historic, and that's those character defining features. It's usually the building shape, the shape of the roof, the materials, the window pattern, where the doors are. So this is just an example, not here in Hawaii, but some folks that didn't necessarily consider their character defining features when putting on their solar panels. So basically this is a what not to do. Okay. And not to beat a dead horse, but there are other examples of ways to not necessarily consider your character defining features of the house. And this one in particular, these folks built a whole new tower on their roof just to get their solar panels going right, and that kind of doesn't sit right with the roof line. So those are the things we want to think about when we're putting solar panels on a roof of a historic house. So then we look at something like this. These houses have beautiful roof lines, beautiful windows, great materials, and somebody did it right. The way these panels are installed, they're not unsightly. They go with the line of the roof. They don't detract from the historic character of the property. We're going to give this one a thumbs up.
The one rebate to highlight there is if you have a central air conditioner. We just launched our smart thermostat offering. So it's a $50 off. So if you've heard of the Nest thermostat or the Honeywell Lyric or the Ecobee. So these are smart. So they actually learn your behaviors. And there's some machine learning in there. And there's also some occupancy sensing. So it'll know if you've left the room, then it'll turn it off. There's also a thing called geofencing on this. So you can set a radius around your house. And once you cross that radius, maybe you're coming home from work, you can pre-cool your home at an efficient way. So it'll slowly ramp up your AC system in a lot of cases. Now keep in mind that the smart thermostat is for central air conditioners only. Right now they do not have any for mini splits if you've got a mini split system in your home. So central AC only. So that's the big one.
One more. Okay, and sorry, that one just got interjected in there, but this is, we get this question a lot too about air conditioning. How do you air condition a historic house without messing up the exterior? As far as window air conditioners are concerned, there's really no good way to do that. They damage the window, and there's always condensation, and so it does a lot more damage to the window and the wall, and we don't actually recommend the window air conditioning system. But some of the other package systems, put them on the outside in the back, put a nice little fence around it, it's totally fine. We would totally recommend that.